Welcome to our student engagement and clubs Q&A session. I'm India Dennis, an admission counselor here at Hood, and I'm going to be asking these two lovely BAs questions about what it's like to be in clubs, what it's like to be involved on campus, etc. And they're going to answer honestly, and hopefully you get some information from us. So I'll let them introduce themselves first, and then we'll get started. So Molly, you can take it away.
I'm Molly. I'm a sophomore, going to be a junior next year. I am in the Hood College Student Musical Theater and the secretary. I'm also the secretary of Hood College's choir, and I am program coordinator for Hood College's Queer Student Union. I'm an English education major, and I live on campus.
Oh, hello everyone. My name is Domota. I am also a sophomore here at Hood, going to be a junior in the fall. I'm a political science major with a minor in African American Studies. I am the president of Black Student Union. I'm also part of the Diversity Coalition and All About Me Modeling and Etiquette. I also live on campus.
Beautiful. And as you guys know, India Dennis, Hood alum, class of 2019. I was in a list of things, but it's not about me. So let's get started. All right, so the first question that I have is, does club meetings interfere with class schedules? So will I be able to take classes and attend my meetings?
So, of course, you will definitely be able to attend classes and attend club meetings. Most club meetings happen in the evenings at night. There are a couple that happen during the afternoon, but usually they're only on Tuesdays and Thursdays during what we call common hour, where there is no class scheduled. So you will be able to go to those club meetings if you want to.
Awesome. Next question. How do you find clubs that you're interested in?
Oh, it's a train. The main place you can find clubs that you're interested in, we have a thing called the Student Organization Fair that happens in the spring and the fall. And you can go there. There's going to be like at least 100 booths there, and the clubs just play like their members. They give out treats, candies, or whatever, and talk about their club. And you can just go there and get up on the club's email list, and they'll email you meeting times, dates, or if you miss a meeting, they'll send you meeting minutes, which is basically what happened at the meeting. Or once you get on Hood College campus and you meet some of your friends, or you meet some of the upperclassmen, and they tell you about the clubs they're involved in, you can just go to one of the meetings that they're hosting, and you just go and see if you like it. And another good thing about Hood is that you can start your own club on campus if you don't see a club that you like, or something that you're really passionate in. You can just go to the director of student engagement and start your own club with your friends and stuff like that.
Perfect. Molly, anything to add?
Pretty much that. I'll touch on to making your own club. To make your own club, it's super, super easy. As you said, you just have to go to the director of student engagement. You have to have at least 5 signatures saying, yes, I'm committed, I want to be in this club. And you have to have your club constitution written. And then it goes through the board of student engagement, and they either approve you or deny you. But most of the time, they will approve you for it. So it's really, really simple to create your own club. If there's something that you don't want, you can make it.
Awesome. So both of you take obviously a full course load, as well as you're in multiple clubs. So what is that like, and how is balancing that schedule for you?
I would say some days are harder than others, of course, but managing your schedule is pretty intuitive to stay on track. Also, your advisor can help you with that if you just let them know like the clubs you're a part of, or you can do it yourself and just sit down one day and just plan out your whole schedule. But for me, my busiest days are like Thursdays, because that's when I have my club meetings. Other days are lighter. And then, of course, like a lot of the times club meetings don't last so long, like 2 hours and so forth. So it's literally like an hour or maybe less depending on what the club is doing that day. So it's basically how you feel about the club, and if you don't think that you like want to have an overload of clubs on your schedule, definitely when it comes to school, then don't put all that on yourself. Just make sure you go to like the clubs that you're really, really passionate about consistently and stuff like that, just to make sure you don't fall behind on your academics, because we are the school about academics, and we always say like you're a student before anything else. So I would say that's what I do. I know Molly has a very busy schedule. She told it to me one time. So Molly, if you want to go through your schedule, but I know it's really busy.
So I literally barely give myself time to breathe. But I mean, that's the kind of workload that I love. I love being like back and forth between things. I love being involved in things. And I do find the time to stay on top of my schoolwork. I think it's definitely about getting into a routine. If you get into a routine, then you can add stuff into it. There's on some of my on-campus jobs, I can do schoolwork during them. So this job, my Blazer Ambassador, when I work during a normal setting, I can do homework while I'm there. So it's definitely making sure you're staying on top of your work and getting into a routine of when you're doing schoolwork, when you're having fun, when you're going to a club, and just making sure you have everything laid out. I have like 4 calendars around my room for like different things that tell me when something's happening, when something's not happening. So it's really easy as long as you make sure that you can handle it. If there's any point where you're like, I don't think I can handle this, every single club is going to understand that, and you take a step back, get refocused, and then if you think you can handle it, go back in, and they're going to welcome you with open arms.
Beautiful answers, both of you, actually. That was perfect. So with that being said, switching from just being a member of a club to what is it like to lead a club? Both of you are on what we call our executive boards. You're the president of Black Student Union, Domota. You're the secretary of both Hood College Student Musical Theater and Hood College Choir. So what is it like to lead a club and be on the other side of that?
I would say it's pretty intense. I'm on 2 exec boards, so I didn't mention earlier that I'm on SGA's exec board, but it's pretty intense because you, depending on the job, like the job description of the exec board. For example, for SGA, I'm the chairman of facilities and campus services. So I have to meet with like Chief Maynard, who's our chief of security at Hood College campus. So I have to meet with him regularly. So it's all about meeting with people, planning stuff in advance. So planning for the spring semester, planning for the fall semester with your whole exec board, making sure your budget's straight, making sure that everybody on campus who represents your club is doing well in class and outside of class, making sure everybody has a support team. So it's a lot. It's a lot, but students can handle it. I'm pretty sure that once you realize this is something I want to do, it comes naturally to you, because if you want to be in leadership role, it comes naturally. It's not being forced upon you. So Molly, I guess you can touch on it too, because you're part of 2 exec boards also.
I'm actually on 3 exec boards, and not to flex or anything, but I've definitely been the kind of person that has always been in the leadership position through high school. I always tried to work my way up so I could be leadership positions. So I love being in leadership position. I love being on exec board. It definitely is a little bit more work than just being a normal member. You have to commit to at least 1 extra meeting a week, because you have your regular club meetings and you have your exec meetings. I love being on exec though. I love being able to play a part in making sure that the club is thriving and growing and doing the best that it can. I love being able to brainstorm with the other exec members and come up with new event ideas to do the next semester, or make sure everything's in order. So it's definitely very manageable if that's the kind of person you are. If you're the kind of person that wants to try something new and try maybe being on an exec board, I definitely start small. There's secretary, treasurer, some Hood College Student Musical Theater has student liaison, which is a very small role. So there's definitely smaller roles. You don't have to go straight for trying to be VP or president. And if you're someone who loves sending emails, maybe secretary is the spot for you and you stay secretary all 4 years. It's definitely a possibility for you.
Beautiful. Now we're going to switch a little bit into a little student engagement. So what are some hood traditions, or what's one of your favorite hood traditions?
I would say my favorite hood tradition is, I'm a big food guy, so whenever we have food anywhere, I'm there on site early to help set up the food, then eat the food, then leave. Like, I'm that type of guy. I love food. So one of my favorite traditions is during exams, like close to exam, the weekend before exams or something like that, we have late night breakfast, and it's literally like around like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, maybe, I think it is. And they have like pancakes, bacon, eggs, orange juice, cinnamon rolls, whipped cream. It's like heaven. And it's like all you can eat buffet of breakfast food at night, which is everybody's ultimate dream in life, to eat breakfast at night. So that's one of my favorite hood traditions, of eating breakfast late at night.
I think mine, it's like a tie between, because I do love food, so I love our steak night and our crab fest. Amazing events. But also, on like a nerdier note, I think one of my favorite traditions is the dinking. So when you have your orientation, at the end of orientation, your orientation assistant, which I am, Demonte was last year, but now he got his big boy job and now he's orientation coordinator. And so at the end of your orientation, you get dinked, which is this fun little hat. It kind of looks like the hats with the fans on the top. And it's like the color of your class. And so every single person in your class gets it. And it's like, you're welcome to Hood officially. Like, you're officially a Hood student with your dink. And so I really love the dinking process.
Yes. Both two of my faves, actually. I love midnight breakfast because your faculty gets to serve you breakfast. Like, that's the most important part. Like, not the fact that you're getting breakfast, but like your faculty and staff are like serving you breakfast. And that's the greatest. And I mean, cheesecake, puppies, and massages for our Wednesday of the semester.
Yep.
That's also was one of my favorite. I love the pre-exam massages. They made my life a little bit easier, especially
stress-free.
Yes. So one of our more prominent, I just touched on it, events on campus is Whitaker Wednesday. So what is that, and what kind of events can you see in a Wit Wednesday?
So Wit Wednesday really gives you a little bit of everything. So kind of how Wit Wednesday works is every Wednesday, a new club gets their Wednesday on the calendar and they get to hold their own events. We have literally every kind of event you can think. QSU does karaoke, we do drag bingo, there's like game shows and like sip and paints, there's all kinds of things.
Literally, Wit Wednesdays are like the holy grail of Hood College. There's stuff happening every week. That you can always have an event happening on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. Literally, I'm looking at my calendar right now. If we were at school, there would be a Wit Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Like, I have the alert on my phone. There's literally something always there. There's always food. There's literally the whole campus is always there. Even commuters come and stay for Wit Wednesday night. And there's literally just joy from 9 to 10, 9 to 11. There's movie nights on Wit Wednesdays. You sit in the beanbags, eat popcorn, everything. It's just, Wit Wednesdays are the it factor at her.
Oh, yeah.
And to end on a really light note, what is your favorite Hood event? Like, I know we have about 500 events a year, but pick your favorite Hood event and just go for it. Let me know why you like it.
That's a hard question.
I know. I have mine.
Oh, geez. I think, honestly, drag bingo is my favorite event. QSU does it every single year. I love seeing drag shows. So when the drag queens come in and they're just having their own performance, they're calling out bingo numbers. I'm also a very big nerd for bingo, so I love bingo. And like when you mix the two, it's just like an absolute dream. I just have a great time. Everybody has a great time. It's just a great time.
Oh, it's my go.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, if I'm going to rep Black Student Union, of course, I'm going to say our Halloween dance, because that's an epic night. We have so much fun. The setup is so scary. But if I'm not going to rep BSU, I'm going to do either like one of the spring, outdoor event when we have like all the stuff, the food trucks, the giant human balls that you roll in, the tightrope course, all the courses, the big old the Twizzler game, the big old blow up Twizzler game that's big on the floor. That is so fun. Everybody be there. Snow cones, food. It's just epic. So that's one of my favorite events.
For sure. That was actually mine. I love Fall Frenzy and I love Spring Fest. Like those are like two of my favorite events. I love being outside. I love just like hearing music and having hot dogs, and I love Hood soft pretzels. So
Yes.
any moment I could get a Hood soft pretzel, I'm there. So I love Spring Fest, love Fall Frenzy. When I started, Spring Fest was called May Madness. So like I absolutely adored it. I was outside literally the entire time. And Margaret Hood Ball is always going to be like one of my favorites.
Faithful.
I love to dress up. I loved, going and having different themes. Like one of my favorites, it was like casino night. So like the entire athletic center was like decked and like, little like blackjack tables, and they have like little mock cocktails and stuff. So those were two of my favorites for sure.
Oh wow!
This
This stuff is making me miss Hood. All these events, this is making me like, wow.
For sure. But we'll be back very soon. And
Well,
this concludes our Q&A session. So thank you guys for viewing this video. I hope that it's
thank you guys.
Thank
to
you.
and we'll see you soon.